people so excited for the year to end? I don't think people realize, like, once the year ends, the bad stuff's still gonna happen. I was gonna wait till my phone was fully charged to come out here and film this video, but I didn't because I'm impatient. But I mean, I guess I could kind of relate to why people are excited for 2020 to end, even though like nothing's gonna change when it ends. Because it's the same, like, let's say you're having a bad day and you're like, oh, I can't wait for this day to end. Like, that kind of makes sense. Like, the day was bad, you'll start over, a new day tomorrow, you know, and the next day could be good. I don't think that's gonna be the same for a year. Once 2020 ends, Corona is still gonna be a thing. Riots are going to happen, if not more, next year over something stupid. This year we had some over haircuts. Quarantine's still gonna be a thing, obviously. Like, that's not just gonna end once this year's over. And I can't believe there's people that are acting like that's gonna happen. You're still gonna be quarantined. The virus is still out. You're still gonna be quarantined. Don't be hyped for next year.
Hey man, where the fuck is Mario Judah?
I used to go to this military school. A lot of you guys know that. Well, not a lot. If you're one of my friends, you know that. And recently, a few months ago, I got kicked out of it. They are really strict, and if not strict, more stupid when it comes to their school regulations. There's this one time, and this was in school actually a few years ago, they kicked out one of my best friends actually for saying a bad word. There's literally kids selling drugs in that school, and they just got suspended. But they expelled this kid because they said a cuss word. I've been really unlucky this year, but you know, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I think it's about time I moved somewhere else, because to be honest, it was probably gonna get worse. I was starting to not like the school as much. So I could look at this as something bad, or I could look on the bright side and say this was a blessing in disguise. You know, the world's kind of stupid. This year I've seen the most stupid stuff online than I've ever seen before. I was gonna put out a video explaining how I thought what the year did and how it affected me and stuff, and I thought about it, and I guarantee you there's someone that's gonna say, you're not the only one who had a bad year, okay? Stop begging for attention. Or if I don't do that and say the year has actually been pretty fine for me, which by the way, it wasn't all bad, at least not for me, then someone's gonna say, oh, you're spoiled, you wouldn't know what it's like. You can't say the right thing anymore on the internet. That's what I'm trying to say. People aren't going to be happy with anything, right? Nobody's going to be happy with anything. No matter how bad something is, no matter how good something is, there's always going to be someone to complain. I've noticed a lot recently, if someone says a comment on a video, I always feel obligated to reply to it. And this is something I'm proud of about myself, what I've also been doing is forcing myself to ignore comments like that. You know, when you see a comment and you have to reply to it, just ignore that stuff, right? You'll be a lot happier, your day will be a lot better when you do that. When you're a child, you don't know a lot of things. You don't know how the world works. You don't know a lot of things. You're generally more happier as a child, right? At least I'd hope you were. Everyone wonders why when we grow up, we all of a sudden get more depressed or, you know, sad for moments for no reason. It's because you're smart. Dumb people will see him as this goofy person who's always happy, doesn't take anything serious. That's who I was. That's how I used to be. You know, I grew up without a phone. I didn't get my first phone until I was 14. YouTube, I didn't know that was a thing until I was like 12. I wasn't cultured at all with anything. I didn't have any friends, to be honest. It's fun because I don't know what's going on. I just know that I'm living in the moment. There's nothing for me to worry about. Probably, a science project that I'll work on when I'm done playing with BB guns. The worst stress I had when I was little was getting a ball from under the car. But as you grow up, you find out how the world works. You find out how stressful it is when you're aging. You have to get a job. You have to do these tests. There's a lot of things, and there's a lot more knowledge. You know, when I got a phone and started looking online, I was always curious to look up. I wanted to educate myself because all my friends grew up on the internet, like they knew everything and stuff and like that, and I was like, well, I don't know anything. And the more I knew, I'm like, dude, life sucks. I'm slowly appreciating things less and looking on the bright side of things less, because I know now that there's less things to think positive about. There is a lot of negative things that will distract you from things that are positive. I used to not let things get to me because I knew less things that can get to me. But you know, when you know less about a certain subject, you worry about it less. So back to the Instagram comment, if you don't worry about it, you just ignore it, just pretend it's not there, you're gonna forget about it. You're gonna be happier with your day. You're not gonna have an argument, talking about it to all your friends about how you won that argument, how smart you are. Is it delusional to ignore all this stuff that's going on around you? Yeah. Will you be happier? Absolutely. Like, I'm Christian, and there's a lot of things that are kind of sound delusional, but it's what I believe in. Like with the school thing, I got kicked out from a school that granted me scholarships and medals and badges. Like, it helped me mature and helped me make friends. Like, that's the first school I went to where I made friends. A school that changed my life in a way kicked me out. I have friends at that school that are still on campus right now that I can't see anymore. But instead of being bummed out when I heard about the news, I wasn't as sad as I thought I would be if I'd ever left. Don't ignore the negative stuff, because then you don't know what's going on. But definitely don't let it get to you too much. With that being said, I changed my mind. I started off this video a little bit of a hypocrite of what I just said at the end about being positive and thinking positive. I said 2021 was gonna suck, if not more than this year. But you gotta look on the bright side of things, and maybe it won't suck. It's like the end of a bad day. Get your head straight and start the new year strong. However you wanna. I don't know how you start a new year strong. It's just another day, but take that however you want to. Think on the bright side, and I'm sure you'll be a lot happier. At least I'm a lot happier than when I started this video. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, or if it helped you or gave you a different viewpoint on life, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna end this video. I have at least a half an hour of footage to edit. I'm gonna be up till 4 a.m. again, so hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, I'm done. Look at these birds. That's pretty nice.
I'm a skin from within. Tell me, how can I pretend that I know? I never